What's up guys, and welcome to part 11 of the ultimate guide to Dark Souls 3. Today we're going to be doing Irithyll Dungeon and the Profaned Capital.
Well, we've split them both up, but they kind of intertwine, so basically you kind of want to watch both, or you might need to watch both just for one area, depending on the thing that you're looking for.
So first things first, walk to the distant manor, and you're going to see two of these hollow guys down your left. Go up and kill them immediately, because they run away and then you need to fight a bunch, you need to fight... Fuck. Then you need to fight two Pontiff Knights, well, this Pontiff Knight and one of the Fire Witches. He fucks me up, by the way.
Yeah, I know he's fucking giving you a what for.
He's going for it, man.
Yeah. But there's not many items here, there's just like, if you want to just quickly get the items, I suppose you can just drop off a ledge to the right. For whatever reason you'd end up running down here, killing the guy and running back, but whatever.
I don't like the Fire Witch story.
Well, is he aggroed on you right now? No, he's no. So
well, sometimes he walks up. I don't know why he didn't walk up there. I think like those two guys go down and like tell him to like come up here.
Might just be because you're lying.
No, he like comes up and gets me.
So basically you can still just like run up here, just jump off the side, get a gold ring. Just being a bit too careful at this point, I think.
I thought the drop was a lot bigger than that.
Clearly.
That's Rustical card. Fuck's sake. Anyway.
Allergies, aye. So, large Titanite shard, again, the game is giving you a big fucking hint here. Have a +6 weapon at least, but you should have way higher than +6 at this point because
you should have +7.
We are balls.
Yeah. If you don't have a +7, then you missed the Crystal Lizard and Smouldering Lake that gives you the Titanite chunk, and you didn't drop the item to get the other one.
Yeah.
With the crows, so go do that. Get your +7 weapon.
Anyway.
So you're going to be invaded by Alva. Well, someone who looks like Alva. You might remember the Alva set from Dark Souls 2. But they're going to be using the Kumo. Relatively simple invader. Just keep your distance, R1, R1. Usual stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
the game just throws a random kick into my combos whenever it feels like.
He's got a Murakumo, so you literally can't lose because it's terrible.
It's a lot better in this game because it's like...
Because of that.
Yeah. Pretty much, but if you just roll back twice, that attack can't even touch you. Now this guy will heal, but he just isn't getting a chance to.
Yeah, he's actually one of the easier NPC invaders in the game, so you shouldn't really need to worry about him at all.
Yep, he'll give you the Kumo, and now you can buy that armor set.
You pick it up in this area.
Oh yeah, fuck, I always do that with this guy.
Idiot!
Shut the fuck up. I'll bitch slap you back to 2000.
So here's the first bonfire. There's really only one bonfire in this area, I think.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool because it means there's more shortcuts and stuff. So you know, whatever, can deal with that. So
there's nothing in the rooms in the right that you can access so far.
Yeah.
Those bodies will scream and alert all the enemies to come get you. By the way, there's a couple of them. There's one down in a lower section when there's a bunch of jailers because they just had to be dicks about it. But now the jailers have a really interesting mechanic where if they look at you, if you remain in their line of sight, you will lose maximum HP. So you just break the line of sight and wait for your HP to recover. Now you don't get your HP back, it just gives you your full HP bar back and then you got to heal. But you just be careful of those guys. If they do hit you with a Smouldering Iron, it will slow you down and then they'll like stab you with it, and it can kill you if you've lost quite a lot of health from them. It also makes you fat roll if you get hit by it.
Yeah. So you need to be, basically the best tactic for killing them is just like wail on them. Like you just want to dispatch them as quickly as possible. Now something we should mention is we picked up that Fading Soul on the ledge. You want to be careful of that guy in that room because he does run out and push you off. So
it's a very Dark Souls thing.
Yeah, so you want to actually just either run, you just want to run past that door like immediately and then he'll do the push animation. But
so plunge attack this jailer because why not?
Extra damage in it. Now, what can the jailers drop? Fuck, okay, that was a
good one, Tony.
I know.
The jailers, I'll tell you right now, the jailers can drop the jailer set, they can drop the Smouldering Iron,
and Simple Gem.
Simple Gem, yeah, that was it.
The jailer set is pretty cool looking. Don't know how effective it is, it's probably not particularly great, but it's cool, so.
Yeah, you can cosplay as a jailer in here.
Yeah.
Just invade, put on the untrue ring, Get your Smouldering Iron and your Jailer set on and join the fight. Use a bunch of like mist spells like Acid and Toxic Mist. And...
So we have passed a couple of jail cells that have items in them. There's only a few, but we will come back to get these, such as there's some ashes and just a couple of things up at the top that we will get.
We need a key from Profaned Capital.
Yeah, so we'll come back for that. Now in here is one of those guys that these guys are weak to fire. You can put the fire longsword on if you want, or just do what we're doing right now.
Nah, I deflected because this game fucking hates me.
Yeah.
So instead of deflecting, I'm going to use my R2s. See? Poke attacks.
What you should have been doing for the past 10 parts, Stephen.
I pressed L2 and the torch deflected. What do you want me to do? It doesn't have a stab attack.
Anyway though, so that gives you great magic shield as well.
Which is actually a pretty good thing. Like, if you put Great Magic Shield on a Great Shield, your stability, you will never run out of stamina. You can block anything and everything that comes your way.
You can also do it on most medium shields as well. Will give you like infinite stability.
If you put it on a Lothric Knight shield, you will have near infinite stability, and you take no stamina damage. If you put it on like the Great Shield of Glory, you take basically no stamina damage from two-handed weapons as well. It's ridiculously good. Okay,
so at this point here, there's a jailer down at the end of this corridor. What we're going to do is just do it's basically what we said. You want to just run straight up to it and wail on it immediately.
Yeah. You can get there before the hollows come out, and thanks to this health and endurance dump, we have plenty of endurance to make it there and swing away at it before it gets a chance to react.
Yeah.
Once again, another reason why the Vit Dump build is typically one of the better ways to go. When it comes to like playing Souls games, it's really either Vit Dump or Strength build is typically the best way to go through the game.
Okay, so there's a hole in the wall here that you want to go through.
And there's a wretch on the wall. They drop Tailbone Spear and Short Sword later on in the level.
Yeah.
And Simple Gem.
Pale Pine Resin.
Pale Pine Resin, right, okay. I was slightly off.
Yeah. So now you can open up this door and it means that you don't need to go through the hole in the wall. Small shortcut, but whatever.
It saves you about 5 seconds.
So there's obviously here, we're going to get them out of this one as well. Now this is a jailbreaker's key.
So you know that item we picked up where I rolled through some pots and there was a window that when I tried to open it, it said it was locked? That's what that's key's for.
Yeah, it was a large Titanite shard at the end of the corridor on the other side.
Yeah.
So that opened that, and that's essentially like a bit of a shortcut actually.
And I didn't see that jailer like behind me, so...
So here you can see that the jailer's
making my great escape and then bastard.
Yeah, so...
What is it? Why is it all the enemies that have like 1 million legs in these games are fucking annoying? One Reborn, these KJ bastards.
So we're back here now anyway, you don't need to see us walk all the way back, but we're going to do a mulligan on this particular part. So
yeah. Now I know he's there, I know not to do the same thing. We've learned from our mistakes.
You can get evolve. The dunk. Yeah, you can get the dunk on the first guy and they'll follow you up a little bit, but basically, I mean, with 3 jailers all in one area, you want to be careful because clearly, even with our experience, we can still get fucked over by it. So
now they tend to pursue you pretty far as well, but I think I broke line of sight really quickly, so I'm just going to take the dunk again because I'm a beast. And now these jailers, like 1v1, these jailers aren't too bad because you can like reliably just stun lock them with an R1 or 2, but it's when there's 2 or 3 of them and you need to try and hit both of them at the same time, otherwise they're going to like stick you down on the ground, as you just seen there, and they'll like brand you essentially. I
mean, the jailers are actually pretty, some of the more intimidating enemies in the entirety of the Soul series. They do some amount of like, right, draining your maximum HP, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Also coming down here, we're just going to get this Titanite Lizard, and this leads out of this area, but we're not going to take this particular method out of this area. We're going to go do the Jailer's Key shortcut.
Yeah.
But in terms of the jailers, like draining your maximum HP and slowing you and doing that grab thing, it's a big...
Yeah, if they grab you and you're like... You won't die from them draining your HP, you'll get brought down to like 10 HP, and then that's you.
Yeah.
But if they hit you when you're at that low HP, you're dead anyway. So when your HP gets to about like half, just abandon ship, run away, get your HP back, and then go back in, because if they grab you when you're at half HP, you're as good as dead as well.
So the door at the end is actually a shortcut, and we come back from that area, so it'll all lead round and we will come through there as opposed to going through it just now. So not only that, we are going to head back to the Jailer's Key shortcut, but we did get invaded, but we're just going to cut that bit out. So I mean, we've been invaded quite a few times in this playthrough, like maybe like 3 or 4. But
yeah, it's kind of strange.
Yeah, though I cut out like near here just so it kind of, if I cut out before this, it wouldn't blend fairly well. But
oh yeah, because I just end up ignoring them, and I'm like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
But like he realises I'm about to walk away because they won't fight me, and then he decides, right, alright, we're fighting now.
So this is preliminary guide footage, so maybe our Estus or stats changed very slightly, because we tried something in the guide footage, like the proper recording, but it didn't work out pretty well, but we've got it nailed in the preliminary enemy, like the thing with the mimic, so... Yeah,
basically I aggroed a mimic in here and had a look-see to see if it would attack the other enemies in this area, because it can like interact with a fire demon, and the mimic can like kill all things nearby, like the Black Knight can interact with Sorg apparently. So I was wondering if the mimic maybe could interact with the group of jailers that are up ahead, but not jailers.
Yeah, they are jailers.
Are they jailers as well?
At least I think so.
But whatever it is, they don't, so I had to change it. But anyway, in this room there's going to be a lot of guys here. You two-shot them basically with your restore as Sol if it's +7, so you should have no problem at all. There are a lot of them though, so try and pull them one at a time. There's also a couple of them that have ranged weapons. They will also, the ones with the hammers will drop it. It's the big wooden mallet. Yeah, those.
Do they actually drop that? Because
I think they do.
Not even in.
Yeah, that's the big wooden mallet. Or is it the guys in Undead Settlement that drop the big wooden mallet?
Fuck knows.
It's one of the two.
Right, so we just checked, they don't drop that. They don't drop the hammer.
It's only the ones in the Undead Settlement drop it, even though it's basically the same weapon.
However, presumably these guys will drop their armor set because they do wear the jailer set. So, but anyway, moving on. So, just ignore all of these other doors and shit. They're not relevant right now. We do come back and we do use them, but the reason we're only going to use this one drop down is you'll see once we drop down, you'll be like, all right, okay, I get it. So, there is a sleeping giant down here.
Yeah, so you want to edge out very neatly into like the right wall. You want to edge out very neatly like this, and don't roll when you land. Don't wear any Thorns armor because you'll wake it up. And there you go. You want to land like that. You won't wake up. Ignore that lizard for now because we're going to kill this giant later. But this just basically guarantees safety when you're passing across this ledge, like this bridge here, into the rat cave. You want to sprint right by. You want to try and get in there as soon as possible. I grabbed this out because they hadn't noticed me yet, but you don't want to get stuck outside of that gate because then the rats will like knock you off and you might die.
If you used any of the other drop downs at the giant, the chances are you'll either wake it up or you have to wake it up to get past.
Yeah.
So.
No wait, you won't need to wake it up to get past. There is a door down there that you can open up, and then you can take a ladder back up to the room with all of those jailer guys on it.
Now something to mention is, presumably, with the silver cat ring on, you should be able to jump all the way down at the bottom, and that takes you into the Profaned Capital.
Yeah, you can.
I think you can do that anyway.
Yeah, because I drop off of that bridge with the silver cat ring.
Yeah, we do that in the next part. So, if you want to know how to do that and then essentially piece together how you can skip a whole lot of the area, then just watch the next part and then just go to the part where we jump down. But right, we're in this sewer area, we're still picking up all the items.
So open, at the end of this there's two chests, the one on the right's a mimic. Open the one on the left and grab the item, because if you open either of the chests, well, I guess I got it the wrong way around. The one at the left is the mimic and the one on the right is the old cell key. We need this for Siegmeyer, Siegward, whichever one he is. If you open any of these chests, all these basilisks will spawn, so obviously you want to fight a mimic at the same time.
No, you definitely don't want to do that. So make sure you kill the basilisk before you go for the mimic, because chances are, like, that's a really awful combination. Yeah,
you don't want to get cursed and avoid mimic flying kicks, and these basilisks are really annoying me because they just take 3 shots.
Yeah,
it's like 2 shots puts them down to a magic pixel. So one more upgrade and it would have been fine.
Or you could Karthus flame arc your weapon as well, and that would almost certainly kill them into it.
I think I've still got the torch equipped. I do. I still have the torch equipped from that weird from the leech thing.
Yeah.
That gives you strong magic shield. I still have my torch equipped.
However, you're smarter than that, and you could just equip
smarter than the average bear. I was really hoping that one throwing knife would have killed it while it was in mid-air, just for swag points, you know.
So that's most of the basilisks taken care of. Okay, there's still a few more. See, so as you can see, there's a hell of a lot of basilisks, and you don't want to get cursed.
I think it's like 6.
At this point, I'm pretty sure we do have the curse. No, we don't have the curse bite ring. You get that in Profaned Capital, so you can just stack 4 curse resistance and put on Karthus flame arc, and you should be okay.
Or you could just get good.
I mean, you can get good.
You don't need curse. I mean, I'm not stacked for curse resistance, and I'm perfectly fine.
Well, we can't all be as fucking glorious as you.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
So here we are, another mimic. There's a lot of fucking mimics.
So this one's a different kind of mimic. This is one of the mimics that's like the crab mimic. These ones are slightly more annoying because like that tongue lash is quicker.
I think these ones are way easier, personally.
They are easier because when they do that, they're just pretty much just kill me. Yeah. Basically, because it takes so long for them to like transfer over and then roll over again into their mad shitty crab state.
So we got the Dark Clutch ring there.
Not an especially great ring. By the way, the stats for the Dark Clutch ring are pretty much like they don't exist when it comes to PvP. Like the defense debuff anyway barely exists, the same as like the Ring of Steel protection does. It barely does anything.
So we're going to run in here to the left quickly. Now you wouldn't have seen, but if you're playing, you'll notice there's a whole like fucking like 10 jailers to the right. So we're going to do this bit first. Open up the shortcut.
That's the Dragon Torso Stone, by the way. That's like is it the torso or the headstone that you get there?
That'd be the
headstone. Yeah, it would be the headstone. Basically, it takes off your head armor, gives you a dragon face, and it's an active item like the way your Estus is. So if you put it in your tool belt and you hold square, you just breathe fire until your stamina runs out.
Yeah. So another thing to mention though is you kind of fucked it up slightly.
I should have went up and then got this on the way down, but whatever.
Yeah, you'll see in a
second.
We're
going back to the bonfire anyway, so if you do it that way and you're a faith build, then congratulations, you've got Lightning Blade.
Yeah.
So, point is though, that you want to get that because it's a pretty good spell buff.
Yeah. So this is that end of corridor door that I was talking about. This is the shortcut. We are now on the end of the opposite side that you start from.
Yeah, so you cross, go left, and drop down, and you would be here.
Yeah.
So, now we're going to go back down. But, yeah, for those of you who went back to the bonfire after getting this shortcut, yeah, you can equip Lightning Blade if you want to.
So, as you can see, you should really have just went up, dropped down, and then whatever, but yeah.
I thought we were going back to the bonfire. I didn't know we were just continuing on.
So, something to quickly mention is that is essentially the start of a different area. Once you get a certain gesture, you come and use that gesture and it takes you to a different area. So, yeah. We're going to just tackle this part now. There's a whole bunch of jailers, and you could essentially just run through here to the next area. The next area is Profaned Capital, and if you don't care about any of the items here, you can just run straight through to Profaned Capital. But
I mean, you do want to care though, because Carla is here.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of great items in this area. You've got Carla NPC, you've got the Alva armor, and you also have the Profaned Coal, which I think is in here.
Yeah. There's also, like, you could technically skip by this area until you get, like, all the keys that you need and then come back here, because we will be coming back to this one section here to get Carla later. So you could wait until then and just grab all the items in this section after you've got the key from the Profaned Capital.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, that's the Profaned Coal right there.
But, you know, we like to just do things as we go along.
Yeah.
So, ways of dealing with these jailers. Using logic, you can use throw knives and shit to just bait out a few. You can just run in and wail on them if you're feeling cocky enough, but that's not the best idea.
Metal Gear Solid like I did and just sneak around.
Yeah, you can do that also. So here's yet another fucking mimic. I mean, literally like 80% of the chests in here are mimic.
I think it's 60% of the entire game. The chests are mimics. 60% of the chests in game are mimics. That's probably the best way to word it. I think that's the statistic they arrived to anyway. So there's going to be a couple of screams in here. So I've already alerted the jailers, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But if you don't kill the jailers before you grab the items in here, the corpse will scream and attract them anyway. Now, I got pretty lucky. This is probably one of the better ways to take care of them because you can funnel them in one at a time.
Yeah.
But this guy just didn't come in, and I was trying to see if you could like hit them through the wall like you could in Dark Souls 2, but it seems like they were like, nah, we ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
Can you cheat like that? No.
I mean, it's just really irritating because what's he doing? Just fucking waste my time 2016, that's all this is.
I know, it's like I can't move because he's in the way, and I can't kill him because the door's in the way.
Yeah.
So I'm like just walking back and forward trying to like bring him in.
So being careful here, that was kind of lucky that those attacks did miss.
Nah, calculated. Calculated luck. So that seems to be the last of the jails. And as you can see, my health is at like 10 HP basically. So I really want to lose aggro and wait till my health builds up and then I can heal. It's really annoying that you just... It would be more acceptable if they removed your Ember as well, because then you could actually Ember to just get all your health back instead of chugging 2 flasks. That's with the Ash Estus ring on, I think, as well.
So there's one door in here that we actually don't want to open. So we've got some ashes there, and we've got the Dust Crown ring. So I think that boosts spells, maybe?
I think it gives you more slots.
Anyway, so the door across from where we were is the one that you don't want to open. All that has is a lycanthrope in it, and that's just an enemy that you need to defeat. Who cares?
It doesn't drop anything, any like unique items or anything like that. It's just the exact same as the ones that were in Road of Sacrifices.
Yeah.
So now that there's only a few jailers left, I can like safely walk around and pick my way through them. This was really the ideal in the end. The fact that only there was like 4 of them came into that jail cell with me.
Yeah.
So that worked out pretty well in my favour, considering there's 8 of them here. They sort of travel in like 2 different packs, I guess.
You can do whatever you want though. I mean, you could even use like the bow. The bow would do probably okay damage to them as well, because they're not particularly strong. You just bait them out with that, or just pick them off using that. It's really up to you. So
that cell on our left, by the way, there's a cell that we just dropped off that platform. There's a cell there. That's Carla's cell. We need the key, and then we're going to come back here. And that armor set we just picked up was the Alva set.
Yeah.
Because we killed the Murakumo invader at the start of Irithyll Dungeon, or well, just before Irithyll Dungeon.
Chances are it's probably there even if you don't kill him, but I can't imagine that you could even get this far without killing him regardless, so most people have got to be killing him. So this is pretty much it for this area. We pick up this item and that's like the last item.
Yeah, there's one enemy to take care of on the way to the bonfire at Profaned Capital, but there's also an undead bone shard at the bonfire at Profaned Capital.
Yeah.
So that's definitely worth it.
The game just likes giving you them. So I mean, essentially doing that skip with the giant thing and the silver cat ring probably isn't worth it, because you want to come to Profaned Capital and you really want to get that undead bone shard.
Yeah. I mean, you just end up coming to the Profaned Capital through the back way.
I mean, you could do that as well.
But these are the gargoyles. They have the chance to drop the gargoyle flame spear, and they also have a chance to drop the other ones later on in the level have a chance to drop the
gargoyle flame hammer.
Yeah, hammer. That's the one. Has a little flamethrower attack. That's pretty damn cool. Pretty fun. Pretty good to use. But the flame spear is a really cool sword art where you like charge at them, and then at the end it starts off the same as the Astora's greatsword or like the pike or whatever, where it's like the charging one, like Gundar's halberd for example. But then instead of just having a strong charge at the end, you jump into the fucking air and then just dive down and shit blows up. It's awesome.
So there was some undead bone shard for you.
Yeah. So I think at this point, the last thing we do is go back to Firelink and just do typical Firelink maintenance, undead bone shard, Estus shard, level up, upgrade your weapon, the usual jargon.
Yeah.
Buy any stuff that you need. We've got ashes to give to the handmaiden as well. Coal to give to Andre.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things to actually give right now. Yeah. So we've got ashes, coal, fucking
undead bone shard.
Yeah, level up.
Estus shard, level up.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We can't upgrade our weapon yet. We don't have 6 chunks. We won't get 6 chunks until Osiris.
Yeah, not for a while. So I mean, the weapon's
I think we'll upgrade our weapon again just before Gundar. I think that's when we get a +8 weapon, is either just before or after Gundar. I think that's when the game gives us more available chunks. Yeah. Because I know there's a bunch of chunks before Dragon Slayer armor, like at the Dragon Barracks. There's chunks when you drop down.
Yeah.
There's also chunks from killing the pus of men on the dragon as well, so yeah, we should have it. The latest we're going to leave it for a +8 weapon is definitely Dragon Slayer armor.
So at this point, we're probably just going to go 40-40, and then that'll be it for the build, and we can then start investing essentially everyone.
Yeah, once we get 40-40, we don't need any damage leveling stats like strength or dex because we've got a raw weapon, and we're just going to invest in utility, so that's going to be things like Tears of Denial, so that we can make sure we don't die as often. You guys can do whatever you want. You can stick a bunch of points into strength and go like Great Shield in Astora's if you want. You can stick a bunch of points into dex and switch to another weapon. But that's really pretty much it. Like pretty much every build we run is going to have 40 vit and as close to 40 endurance as possible. Yeah. Because those are just, for us, those are like the 2 best like thresholds to meet, and those are like almost mandatory thresholds, especially when it comes to PvP.
So that's it for this area. That's Irithyll Dungeon. And again, some bits that we technically missed.
There's some items that we can't get, so we're going to get that in the next episode, which is Profaned Capital, once we get the key, and then it's just basically cleaning up Irithyll Dungeon for the stuff that we missed, and that'll complete that section of the game.
Yeah, so we'll see you in the next part.
See you guys then.
Bye.